Today we are continuing on my trip in Australia. Up to bat is Regional Express. This is an airline I knew nothing about prior to booking and researching for this trip, so this is another new airline for me, and perhaps new for you too. We'll check out Regional Express and see if it would be a suitable airline for your trip to Australia. We begin on a lovely afternoon in Sydney.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another video. Well, I had a great couple days here in Sydney. I enjoyed the beaches, the sights, the coffee shops, absolutely fantastic. And this afternoon, we're going to be flying with Regional Express, a domestic airline based in Australia, for a flight up to Brisbane. And I don't actually know too much about this airline, except it offers pretty competitive fares. And towards the end of the video, I'll go over the pricing scheme and all that. But first, we gotta fly. The flight is set to depart at 3:15, so come along. As we go from A to B, let's enjoy Regional Express on a lovely late summer's day.
Regional Express operates out of Terminal 2, alongside the likes of Virgin Australia and Jetstar. Street side of the terminal is as utilitarian as you expect with low-cost airlines. The check-in experience was smoother than the gelato I had in Bondi Beach a few days earlier, taking only a few moments. With my fare came 23 kilos of checked baggage, which I didn't utilize, and 7 kilos of carry-on. At no point throughout this trip was my carry-on checked for weight and size compliance. With the check-in all wrapped up, I quickly made my way through security. Gate side, compared to the check-in area, was surprisingly bright and exciting with a healthy, centrally located food court. And there's plenty of other shops, convenience stores, and small coffee stands sprinkled throughout the terminal. The terminal also boasts some prime real estate to enjoy the outside views. It was mid-afternoon now, so things were a bit quiet out there. I flew with Jetstar a year ago in New Zealand, and so I'll leave the link to that video so you can get a sense of what to expect from them. They are slightly different down here compared to their Japanese counterpart. We'll be departing from gate 33, and as it turns out, only a few gates away from where we arrived in the previous video, and I was able to catch the inbound flight arriving at the gate. The plane was turned around fairly quickly, and like VA, there is no use of boarding zones, and everyone managed to pile on without incident. We even managed to depart 10 minutes early. Today we'll be seated in 27F in the rear of the plane for our flight to Brisbane. This afternoon, we are on one of Regional Express's 737-800 aircraft, one of 10 in their fleet. There are 176 seats over 2 classes, though some 737s are configured with 6 less economy seats. This 10-year-old plane was first based out of Singapore before being acquired by Regional Express in 2023. It'll take an hour 20 minutes to cover the 470 miles up to Brisbane. The cabin is simple with the standard 3-3 seating layout, off-white paneling, and LED lighting, which colors varied depending on the stage of the flight. One passenger even got to sit under the Christmas-inspired lighting, early Christmas presents in my books. The seats are alternating gray and blue, which was my first indication upon boarding that this plane spent some time with Singapore Airlines. Another subtle hint is the floral design on the rear bulkhead. Anyway, the seat was comfortable and the headrest was easily adjustable. The armrest has some audio controls from its Singapore days, along with the inoperative power outlet underneath the seat. Turning towards the seat back, well, it's simple, housing only the essentials. There's a table and pocket with the latter containing the Inflight magazine, safety card, and drink menu. I wasn't able to track down the exact seat pitch, but it looks about 29-30 inches, maybe a little less than Virgin Australia, but more than Jetstar, so you should have enough space for your bag below without feeling too cramped. Actually, I only noticed this during editing, but it seems the seats, except for the last few rows, have been updated with the literature pocket on top of their seat backs. Regardless of where you sit, you'll have the reading light and air control. Overall, I was pleased with the seat and space. Sure, it's basic and it's not going to win any awards, but was comfortable and reasonable. Regional Express provides no in-flight entertainment besides their magazine, so be sure to charge your device and download anything you wish to watch while you're on the ground. And as always, I take the opportunity to welcome new viewers to the channel. If this is your first time watching, you picked a great video to start, as I have some more wonderful views of Australia in a few moments. Shortly after takeoff, their drink service commenced. Tea, coffee, or water, and a snack are complimentary, and everything else you see here is extra. I like how the prices were generally a bit cheaper than compared to Virgin Australia. The pop is the same price, but you get a larger can. And the Balter XPA is 20% more expensive on Virgin Australia than what you see here. The salty barbecue rice snack was a perfect match for the Great Northern I decided to try out. So cheers to flying on another airline. Time to sit back and enjoy the wonderful views of Australia. And here's a look at the rear lavatory. It's your standard 737 washroom and was nice and clean.
Flight attendants be seated for landing.
Regional Express is unique when it comes to its route map, as it's composed of two disjoint sets, something that few airlines have. That is, you cannot fly to or from any two destinations in their network. Their service is further classified as regional, which employs the Saab A340, and their domestic flights, the Red Lines, which connects larger cities using their 737s, which we are on today. When it came to booking flights, the only issue I had was using their mobile website, which appeared to still be following the science. I was unable to get past this screen and had to switch over to the regular website, which worked without issue. I purchased a promo fare, which came with 7 kilos of carry-on and 1 check bag. Seat selection was only $6 more. So my ticket to Brisbane came out to 96 Australian dollars, or about 86 Canadian. Not bad. Not bad at all. Regional Express also has a bid upgrade system, allowing economy passengers to bid for an open business class seat. I threw in a $50 bid, and clearly, it didn't work. But one thing I do like is that they'll send you a notification indicating whether someone bid higher than you, and then you can make a choice that best meets your interests. So, as we approach the end of the trip, I can safely say that I was very pleased with my experience with Regional Express. I do like how they aren't stingy with the baggage policy, and the website was easy to use. With those Singapore Airlines seats, I found the onboard experience more comfortable than an ultra-low-cost carrier. Regional Express chose not to go in the direction of providing a large onboard menu like Virgin or Jetstar. So this experience is similar to a regional flight in North America. I would think Virgin would appeal to those who value the in-flight menu and the IFE. In terms of price, this flight was in the middle between Jetstar and Virgin Australia, and at $96, I believe I got a good value this day. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to enjoy the last few days of summer in Brisbane before flying back to winter. Let me know what you thought about Regional Express, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brisbane, where the local time is 3:35 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt firmly fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign.